Hi everybody, my name is Claudia. Welcome to another new video. I am coming at you with the highly anticipated, highly demanded Laguna Beach Season 2 review. So yeah, I think we're gonna do it kind of similar to the other one. There's definitely a lot more drama. Let's just dive right in.
Laguna Beach Season 2 review. Take one. So let's just get into new characters and your first impressions. We'll start with Jessica.
Oh my word. Jessica seemed like a nice person overall, but obviously she was in her relationship with Jason. That was a lot. It was messy. And like honestly, like as the season goes on, even kind of right off the bat with the way that Jason like treats her, you can just tell low self-esteem, not a lot of self-worth. Like she could do so much better than that.
Period.
So
why don't we just go into Jason? Let's just keep it moving.
This man, oh my god, I cannot. Jason is like just gross. I got Ryan Cabrera vibes from him with his hair. He has this reputation, but yet we still see mistakes being made with Mr. Jason.
And let's just complete this triangle with Alex H.
Okay, so this Alex was the brunette one who like didn't like Kristin and Jessica, and she had a fat crush on Jason while he was with Jessica. There's an issue there. She seemed like, I guess, more strong-minded than others on the show. She definitely kind of like stood her ground, dug her heels into the ground when she needed to.
And then we have their newest friend, Casey.
Yeah, okay, so Casey was introduced like a couple episodes in, right? And she was like the new girl. And she has this like super blonde hair. Dresses pink. She kind of reminded me of like a Barbie doll or something, but like just over the top. You know, you kind of like feel bad for her a little bit because a lot of the girls are like, oh, she's so fake. Look at her. Look at the way she dresses. Like, whoa, like calm down.
Miss Taylor, Alex H's best friend.
Yeah, Taylor. She seemed fun. Like she was nice. She didn't like Kristin, that was for sure. I didn't really have any hard thoughts on her, like just as an initial impression.
And then last, Alex M, who was Kristin's friend.
Yeah, so she was the blonde Alex who hung out with Kristin and Jessica, and she had a little dog always.
So cute.
So cute.
We love
that. But yeah, she was nice. She was a good friend to Kristin and Jessica. She always like, you know, hung out with them, stuck by them. So that was our new characters. So now we're going to go into just kind of main events from the season.
That could segue into the whole Kristin kind of flirting, having a crush on Talon.
In one of the episodes, like, Talon and Taylor were talking, and he was like, oh, I compare, like, every girl to you, that's why I'm, like, not in a relationship, like, you're it. Telling her how much he, like, cares about her and likes her. And she's like, yeah. And then the next time that he sees Kristin, he's like, oh, Taylor just always plays hard to get with me. She's such a waste of time. What's up, Kristin? And I'm like, holy hypocrite.
Right. There's the winter formal where she totally like did her own thing. He gets all mad. Mm-hmm. And then Kristin goes to visit Steven in San Francisco at one point as well. And then when Talon found out, because you knew he would find out.
Obviously.
And he was like, oh, well, how much closure does she need from Steven? It was like...
I wrote in my notes, Talon's a simp. Big time simp.
Big time.
For Kristin.
Textbook.
Like, you can tell, and he's like said it, how he wants this relationship with Kristin. Like, he wants to be with her, which is like cute or whatever. But that's not Kristin's game. She's not playing that. I don't know if she directly told him that, but I feel like he knew, everyone knew, like, her point came across even if she didn't have to say it. And it's like, he couldn't just take a hint.
So, I guess the other love triangle, probably the biggest love triangle of this season, Jason, Jessica, and Alex H.
Okay, so Jessica and Jason, right? They're together, they have problems. Jason's flirting with Alex. Valentine's Day rolls around. Jason tells Jessica that his dad hates her, basically. And then they like break up for good. And then so quick. Jason is now with Alex. But now Jason keeps trying to talk to Jessica. Oh my god. And then I remember Jason, after they broke up, he called Jessica and he was like, oh, like, I just want to say sorry for, like, treating you like trash, basically. And she was like, it's okay, I deserved it. I was like, what?
Whoa, I forgot about that.
That's just difficult to hear someone say about themselves. Like, he treated her so bad. And now he's with Alex. At that big bonfire, Jason shows up with Alex, but then I don't know what happens. Now rumors are going around saying that Jason hooked up with Jessica while he's with Alex.
And Jessica basically, like, straight up lied about it.
She's like, why would I do that? No, I'm over him. And she, like, literally calls him every day. I was actually kind of shocked when, you know, those rumors started going around and then Alex was talking to Jason before their trips. And she's like, I just, you know, want to put this on pause because, like, I can't trust you right now. And she, like, told him that. And I was like, wow, I'm surprised she said that to him.
That brings us to Cabo. Part 2.
Yes, Cabo part 2.
We're back in Cabo.
Everyone's having a good time, but Alex is like, you better keep me away from Jessica. I'm gonna mollywop this girl. Like, she was mad.
Ready to fight.
Yeah, she was ready to throw hands, basically.
Like, she was running, like, literally running around the club in Cabo looking for her. Like, I'm gonna beat her ass. Like, keep her away from me. I think, it's not in the club. I think they ended up, like, going outside. She's like, do I think you're a slut? Yeah, I do think you're a slut. And then...
I thought it was just funny, though, because Jessica was like, okay, I'm a slut.
Yeah,
I'm a slut. Sorry. Oh, my God. Like, Jessica was just trying to get out of there.
Yeah. And then Alex is like, you're low, dude. Like, you're a low chick. I was like, what does that mean? Oh, honorable argument to mention, Alex aged versus Casey on the beach.
Oh, my God. That was like after they got back from Cabo, right?
I think so.
And then Alex is like, I just found out that Casey was spreading a rude, like, gross rumor about me. They're, like, arguing, and Alex is like, I just don't want to be your friend anymore. Like, I just don't like you. I don't want to be friends with you. And Casey is just, like, forcing her to forgive her. She's like, just forgive me. Like, get over it. Like,
just be the bigger person. Or she said, don't forget, but just, like, forgive. So, what were your thoughts on prom?
Do you remember the way that, I don't know who asked Taylor to prom, but she was, like, getting her nails done, and someone comes in and is like, oh, your car's getting towed. And she's like, what? And she's, like, freaking out because your car's literally hooked up to a tow truck. And then this guy comes out and is like, prom. I would have said no.
I would have said no.
Unhook my car from that tow truck, sir. Yeah, and then that girl, Cammie, who's, like, a sophomore or whatever, I guess Jason asked her to prom. And then she went up to Alex and was like, hey, is it okay if I go to prom with Jason? And Alex was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Talon asked Kristin to prom. That was kind of funny. He, like, broke into her garage and, like,
had flowers
and candles. And I was like, her parents let him in.
Where are their parents?
I know.
Where is everyone's parents?
2 things I want to say very quickly here, off topic. Where is everyone's parents? Second of all, never once did I see someone do a page of homework, write an essay, do a project, study for any type of quiz, test, exam, and yet they're all going off to colleges.
Yeah.
Didn't Jason go to USC or something?
So I don't know
how. And Kristin too? I said, excuse me.
How did that happen?
I busted my butt in high school and I got to Ohlone Community College.
Sidetrack.
Just a little rant there, sorry about that. I just remember 2 things, which was, you know how they all got together to take pictures before prom? And, like, Kristin was like, okay, Talon, let's take a picture. And then she's like, okay, bye, Talon. And she, like, literally forgot about him, like, was doing her own thing, taking pictures with other people. And he got all butthurt about it. And I was like, what do you expect, sir? And then also after prom was over, they were all, like, getting back in the limo and stuff. And then you see the camera pans over to, like, Jason and Alex, like, in the parking lot, like, making out, basically. And I was just like, ugh.
And then Cammie's just sitting in the limo.
I know, she was just sitting there.
Yeah. Then Jason continues his reign of messiness and hooks up with the most random person.
I literally have that in my notes. I said so freaking random.
Yeah. Talk about this random relationship.
Lauren is having a party at her house for a reason, and Jason was there. She's talking to Jason, and they're like, getting closer together, hanging out. And I'm just like, no way.
I think that was probably, like, there aren't a ton of surprises, I think, in this town because everyone knows everyone's business. But I do believe that, like, that was honestly, like, a curveball for everyone. Like, no one saw that coming.
So Lauren and Jason are now, like, kind of a thing. Does that transition into the Fight the Slide? Is that what it was called? Fight the Slide 2005?
Yeah. Fight the Slide 2005 benefit fashion show put together by none other than Trey,
the king himself.
Our Laguna Beach community activist. I think this is the first time we see Heidi, or one of the first times we see Heidi.
They already showed her, like, with Lauren, and I was like, is that the Heidi?
That's the Heidi.
I was so confused.
Then probably the biggest drama of the season happens at Fight the Slide. So what are we thinking about that?
Picture it. Backstage, people are trying to get their outfits together. Lauren, she's getting the racks of clothes ready. She sees Jason off in the distance. What's Jason doing? He's talking to Jessica. Oh my word. What happens next? Jason, like, grabs Jessica's face and, like, kisses her. And Lauren's, like, appalled. She confronts him about it later on. She's like, I saw you kissing Jessica. And he was, like, saying, no, like, she kissed me. It wasn't me. And she's like, I literally saw you. I saw you grab her face. You initiated it. Stop lying.
And then it just turns into, like, this awkward tension because he's trying to, like, grab Lauren and, like,
trying to talk to her,
like, no, it's not that's not what happened. And she's like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Do not touch me. Like,
she's like, visibly distraught.
And Jessica was just kind of like, boop. So where do we go from there? And Lauren, like, wants nothing to do with Jason. And so Lauren decides to have a party because now all, you know, the college students are leaving Laguna Beach again.
Jason and Jessica, not on the list.
Not on the list for this party.
Yeah.
Also, a surprise guest she considered extending an invitation to.
So we know from season 1, Lauren and Kristin were at odds. They've both gone forward, moved on, evolved. Lauren is like, you know what, I'll extend this invitation to Kristin. And then Kristin started, like, thinking about it. She was like, oh, like, Lauren invited me, like, maybe I should just go, like, even just for a little bit. And Alex was like, yeah, like, I'll go with you. Yeah, they walk in and they head to the backyard and everyone's like, oh, look who it is, hi. And Steven's, like, the first one to go up to them and, like, give them both a hug. They're like, oh my god, like, should I go say hi to Lauren? And then, like, everyone's here at this table and they, like, go sit over here to the side with Steven and are talking for, like, 5 minutes. And then they get up and they're like, okay, we're leaving. And they, like, take Steven with them. Doesn't talk to Elsie. Doesn't say thank you for inviting me into your home. Like, just leaves.
Yeah, I think to them it was kind of a joke. You know, that's kind of where I think the last of, like, we don't really see Lauren or any of them after that. Now it's just focused on this graduation. This big emotional goodbye.
I couldn't handle it. Everyone was like, oh my god, this is it. Like, this is our last time together. I'm crying. You literally hated half of these people throughout this whole season.
I was very surprised at the amount of emotion that Kristin was showing. Like, she was literally crying the entire time. But yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps up season 2. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, the last thing I wanted to mention. One time they, like, it was like Cedric, Jason, and Talon, I think, and they're all talking about Kristin. Or Talon was complaining about how, like, oh, Kristin wants to flirt with all these guys and blah, 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 whatever. And Cedric was like, oh yeah, like, Kristin plays gnarly games with guys. And I said, hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
Maybe she likes to flirt with people, but she didn't make that a secret.
She doesn't try to pretend to be someone that she's not. Like, she is very transparent.
Second of all, Homeboy doesn't say a thing about his BFF Jason doing worse.
Yeah. Just trying to, like, villainize, like, the women on this show for doing whatever they want. You know, don't do it. In this day and age, Cedric would be canceled. Jason would be canceled.
Jason is canceled. Oh my god.
So, Laguna Beach is now over.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my cousin Yvonne for helping me out. She is now a regular on the Claude Giroux YouTube channel.
Rue Crew president.
Rue Crew. Shout out to the Rue Crew.
Holler. And cut.